You're listening to the ReachCast Show, your weekly stop for the latest and greatest in the PlanetSide 2 universe and its community.
Welcome, everyone. It is July 22nd, and you are listening to episode 43 of the ReachCast Show, a proud member of the Araxis Global Network and the Podcast Network. That's podcast with a K. My name is Mark, a.k.a. Deringer, and with me tonight is Tom, a.k.a. Noxx.
Yo, what's up?
Unfortunately, Torkz could not be with us tonight, but we've actually replaced him with a special guest. Special guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, it's T-Ray.
Yes.
Did that not sound like myself?
No, I think it sounded fine.
It's me. It's Tramell Isaac, Senior Art Director of PlanetSide 2. How's it going, everybody?
Oh, I think we're good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just working, standing in, heard somebody wasn't going to be here, bailed on your show. So I figured I'd step in and fill his shoes and then some, of course.
Oh.
Nice. Well, tonight we are brought to you by Speedos and the Sack and Crack Special, and we're also brought to you by great listeners like you via the Support the Show tab on ReachCastShow.com. This week we played with NNG, we played with Bax, and Noxx, did you play with anybody else this week? You played with Devil Dogs this week?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't play with anybody else because I was too busy dealing with the community clash. T-Ray, did you play with anybody this week?
No, actually it didn't. Well, I think, I picked up a couple of people, some randoms, played with some randoms this week.
But no specific outfits.
Yeah, I put in a couple hours. This week's been kind of crazy. I've been moving this weekend, so, preparing for the move.
Oh, man.
If we move to a new location. People kept, not visiting, showing up at odd hours of the night unannounced, so I had to move.
Well, that's
demanding Vanu skins or something.
Dude, I don't know, dude. These people nutty.
Well, that's what happens when you give your phone
I'm in a
number.
new secret location that I cannot reveal, and now I have peace at home.
It's the new Fortress of Solitude.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
Well, what do we have in store for this week's show? We have some Game Update 13 news, some info on SOE's Recruit-a-Friend program, and much, much more. So without further ado, let's pop into the patch notes.
I'm going to get these mosquitoes in the air and rain down some hellfires on those fools. Oh no! What the f***? I should have listened to the ReachCast patch notes.
Take it away, Noxx.
All right, guys, we just have a small little patch this week, 7.17 client update, which was a small update to fix crash-related problems to related to pain fields, jump pads, graph lifts. So, yeah, that's good to go.
Attention, soldiers! Get your butts in here for this week's community briefing.
All right, guys, I'm going to do the community briefing because that patch was so short, too. We're going to start with the Game Update 13 Creative Director's Letter. This is a little forum post from Higby talking about what's going to be in GU13, so we're pretty pumped about it. And he talks about Esamir Lattice and the facility refresh, platoon voice channel management, and platoon leader waypoints per squad. We have respawn changes, including squad spawn points, and additional options and chat. The chat spawn window is going to be in the chat window will be in the respawn, which I know I was excited about when that was announced. We also have some ESF updates, the default and rotary gun tuning, and the additional XP kills for suicides and bailers.
That's
Jenny's happiness.
The Jenny Boo XP bonus, as it's called.
Yeah. And there are 4 new weapons, including the SMG and faction-specific pistols. There is an ammo belt, advanced shield capacitor tuning, and a Vanu weapon audio update. So that's expected to go live on Wednesday, the 24th. So, T-Ray, anything else? Did we miss anything there, or do you have anything to add?
No, dude, I think you got it. I'm just waiting for you to complain about everything like you always do.
Oh,
I
man.
really didn't like such and such. Blah blah blah.
Well, you
I
had
didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I just didn't like it.
So what? Any info on the SMG and faction pistols you can give to us that weren't already discussed? I mean, which SMG is it, by the way?
It's a Nanite Systems SMG, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You're asking us.
That's the same one that I did the concept for. So that
Yeah,
finally came
sweet.
to fruition.
So you
And,
know that really it wasn't that long to get that one out, because I think you guys were just talking about that one
Like 2
starting
months.
2 months ago?
Yeah, I think it might have been like three or four Command Center episodes ago that we started talking about it. Well, somebody asked for it in chat on Command Center, and Matt was like, "Hey, we should do it." I was like, "All right."
So when we heard about it, it was already pretty well in process then.
Have you used it yet?
No, I
No.
haven't.
You haven't used
It's
it
on the
yet?
test server, I
Yeah, it's on the
assume.
test server.
Yeah, it's on Tesla.
Yeah, I was downloading my test server client today, actually.
I saw a
have-
couple of videos on people using it. People seem to like it, so you got to get your hands on it.
Well, I'm sure I'll find something to complain about.
Yeah,
since I use
you'll
it.
find something wrong with it for sure. Wouldn't be you if you didn't find something wrong with it.
Specifically with the art, too.
I know. Yeah. Anytime, dude. Anytime. You know?
Well, I know your art.
Got to throw that in there. That's your thing. I don't like it.
I know you're more about art than audio, but since you're Vanu as well, why was the audio update done in the Vanu?
I think, just to give it a little bit more punch, instead of, just being straight up pew pew.
Well, that's what I expect. is
give
the
it a little
pew-pew.
kick. I mean, we're always trying to make make slight adjustments, making things a little bit more exciting, so things don't get too stale. And, there's always a good chance that we could be changing something that doesn't really affect gameplay so much, but gives, the player a little bit more, excitement when you kill somebody,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll have to. That's also live on the test server right now as well, correct?
Yeah, I believe
The audio,
so.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably
I
have to go
actually
check
tested
that out.
them out. They sound pretty good, man. New guns sound pretty cool. They sound a little close. Like you have to really listen to the sound. At first couple shots, they sound kind of conventional.
Mhm.
But then as you continue to fire, you can hear like some of the flange and some of the changes in the sound itself. So
I heard that if you are firing the lasher and you hold down the trigger after the 5th shot, it starts doing Disco Inferno.
you heard incorrectly.
Oh. Well, that's too bad. I was really looking forward to that.
Dude, that lasher is the shit. I love it. I love the lasher.
I love the lasher too. If I could play the entire game just using the lasher, I would. But unfortunately, it doesn't fit every situation.
No,
I
it's
also
not,
love
really
Lasher.
not good for up close.
Yeah. It's not good for real long range either, since it kind of sways all over the place, those disco balls.
It's an excellent support gun, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Well, when we
Great
get
for
to
suppression. Great for suppression.
when we get to FNO,
Coming down narrow passageways and shit.
we'll talk about it a little more when we get to FNO. But moving on, let's talk about the new SOE Recruit Rewards that were rolled out this week. So last week, actually. Last Thursday, you guys announced your new recruitment plan. They suggest heading over to the Recruit-a-Friend page, creating a unique URL, and sharing it with your potential recruits. Any recruit that you pick up will receive a welcome package. And I tested this out and found out that the recruits get the EM6 Friend C, the SVA-88 for Vanu, and the TMG-50 for TR, and also a 1-day 50% experience boost, which I thought was really cool, giving these brand new people access to some pretty decent heavy assault weapons. I mean, I love the SVA-88, so I was excited to see that new recruits are going to get that. Now, also, when your recruits spend $10, you will gain either a 50% XP boost, a 50% resource boost, or a 30% XP and resource boost. That's for each one that spends $10. And you'll also receive additional rewards based on the number of recruits that you pick up and bring into the game. Now, again, all of these recruits have to spend $10 in order for them to be considered a true recruit. So at 2 recruits, you get a delegate decal, you get the underboss, and you get the faction pixelet camo sets. At 5 recruits, you get the attaché decal, the NS-15MP and the NS-11CP. Now, both these weapons seem to be different variants of the existing NS-15M and NS-11C that are in the game. At 10 recruits, and this is the one most people are clamoring for, you get a console decal, you get the faction compound helmets, you get max Luma fiber, but more importantly, you get the faction recon camo set. And this is the black and gray camo set that a lot of people are looking for. At 15 recruits, you get a diplomat decal. You get a bunch of different decals, include glowing ones, undead cavalry, a bear one, and you also get access to deluxe razor fins for the ESFs. At 20 recruits, you get the ambassador decal. You get some different looking faction main battle tank heat cannons, and you also get the faction Lumifiber SE ESF trim, so it's an additional Lumifiber trim that you receive. And then at the highest level, if you recruit 25 people, you get a Grand Ambassador decal, a 6-month heroic boost, and the Foreman, Predator, and Aurora helmets. And these are the closed variant of the open variant helmets that are available on the depot currently. Now, we would be remiss without saying that there is a lot of noise out there regarding this Recruit-a-Friend program.
What kind of noise?
What kind of noise? I think a lot of people are mad that the only way to get the Recon
Black
camo,
decal.
the Max
Black
Luma fiber, stuff like that are only available by getting recruits. And a lot of people have said that they have already recruited everybody into the game, and it's going to be difficult to get to that 10 recruit level.
Well, anything worth having is worth fighting for.
This is true. And I do believe
if we gave it away for free, nobody would want it. Everybody would be like, oh, man, whatever. You know, it's a big deal. No big deal. I got that too. But if you get it, just think about how awesome you would be and everybody else would be lame because you put in the work. That's what it's all about. Putting in that work, putting in that time, politicking, trying to get all your friends on board. You know, going out there to Comic-Con with PlanetSide 2 stickers and posters, handing out flyers and shit.
I have to say, my problem with it is all my friends.
You got a problem with it? I think you have a problem with it. Really?
Oh,
Imagine that.
all my friends already created accounts.
Make more friends.
I already got like 10 of them going.
You don't have enough friends, apparently.
No, I don't.
No, but that was the main idea behind it. You know, you put the carrot at the very end. You know, the thing that most people want to give people incentive to have something really, really cool. Because you know, at the end of the day, that black crystallized camo is extremely valuable to somebody.
It's extremely valuable to a lot of people. I think the other complaint that I've seen a lot of is that people are desperately willing to pay for these. Yet,
how much? How much is the question?
It's a good question.
But I mean, there's no real win here, you know. So if we know that camo is valuable to a number of people, what do you think we're going to do with it? We're going to overprice it, right?
Right.
And then everybody's going to be pissed, oh, I can't afford that. It's just a camo, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. But at the same time, it's demand. You know, people, if they demand it, we want to give it to them, but you want to feel like you got something unique and you want to feel special and you want to feel like, hey, I did this thing. Look at me. And if I put in a serious amount of time to recruit 25 friends and I get all these extra things and now I'm playing the game and people see me with all this stuff, they look at me like, I'm a fucking boss. I'm the one that did this. And like, it's only a handful of people rolling around with this. So I think it was one of the things that we were missing. It still is missing from PlanetSide 2 is that level of, hey, look at what I have, look at what I've achieved, and you can achieve it too if you did these things. Like right now, everything's available to everybody. There is nothing special about the thing that I bought or the thing that I earned because the next man can easily earn that. So I think that's the whole chase. We need to have that chase involved in the game. And at the same time, if we ever put in like trading or anything like that later on in the life cycle of the product, then you truly have something to trade. You've got something that nobody else has or very few people have. And now you can start talking about, whether or not I can get, 10 guns or 5 guns for this one particular thing, because now I've got something that's really unique.
Well, then, I don't have a response for that.
You what? You don't have any? No rebuttal? Come on now. There's got to be another side of the story.
I mean, my only rebuttal is, I know I'm not alone, is that a lot of people have put a lot of time. Like, I talk to my friends about PlanetSide all the time. I try and get them to play all the time. They don't necessarily play a lot. And, the ones that have started playing, it's like, well, I'm getting nothing for all the work I've already put in.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. I totally understand that. And don't let
there's no way to go back and, refund.
Yeah, I hear you.
I fully understand.
I don't want anybody to misunderstand my response and take it out of context like I don't really care. But I'm just trying to explain to you what the thought was behind that. Is that we need something in the game that people feel like they can, that like they've truly achieved something that nobody else can achieve. And that's that chase, So it's less about us being D-bags about it and more about trying to give, people that sense of achievement. Then thinking later on down the road, like what would happen if we had trading in the game.
How many people do you think will go out and create 10 accounts and spend $100 just to get, for example, that Recon camo set?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I think there are a few people that would do it.
I would perfectly do it, but I mean, I don't go out and collect a bunch of stuff. But there are people who really want to show that they're different. That I'm better than you. It's a lot of people that really want that achievement, and they want to show it off. Right now, there is no real way in the game to kind of show off like the higher end type stuff.
There's gonna be 10 accounts: Noxx 1, Noxx 2, Noxx 3, Noxx 1.
You guys would probably do that. You seem like the type to do that. But I know Deringer doesn't. He doesn't spend a dime. He always brags about that. I'm not spending nothing.
I try not to. I'm a cheap bastard. I am a cheap bastard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm married with kids. What do you expect?
I got kids too. I'm married too.
Yeah, but I'm not the senior art director of SOE.
That's got nothing to do with it. If you weren't spending your money on porn and liquor, you'd be all right.
Spend my money on groceries and electricity bills, and
they sell liquor at the grocery store too.
Maybe you haven't been to Massachusetts lately.
Oh,
not all of them do.
It's a dry state.
Oh man.
Anyway, what's next?
I was just going to say, I think we beat this one to death. We're going to move on to F&O, which I have a terrible summary of because I was out of town all weekend, which is also why I haven't gone on the PTS yet.
The hell?
I had no internet. I was at a farm shooting guns and drinking.
Why? What? You going straight redneck on me?
Yeah, I did go redneck this weekend.
Oh my God!
Did you go full redneck?
Oh, yeah.
Never go full redneck.
I went pretty redneck. We fished, and too. But anyways, they discussed the recruitment program on F&O with.
So what was? I didn't see it. So what was their response to it?
I actually didn't hear that because.
Oh, come on, dude! I need to know if
I know I talked about it, but I was going, and then the Twitch channel just like died on me or something.
I need to know if I'm talking the company line or not.
I think you have given out more information than they probably did.
Or if I'm going to get in trouble for having this interview. We'll see.
So, but they also had at one point SOE Live discussion, which I also missed because something happened with the stream. The part I did watch was the Game Update 13 discussion with Atreon, and that was actually pretty good. I recommend watching that. And Atreon's the dude he was inspired by that galaxy picture we talked about, and he has started making more of those long images, like the
galaxy picture.
You don't remember that really long, like you just kept scrolling down. It was one image
of how to fix the galaxy, and it had suggestions like allow friendly planes to rearm themselves at it, and it could drop stuff onto the battlefield to resupply things. There were a lot of different. It was a really long picture post on the forum, and it had a lot of cool ideas to it. And we discussed it one week here. Must have been one of the shows you didn't listen to.
Yeah, probably. Probably one of the many shows that I neglected to listen to.
You didn't have time to get to.
I'm
before the
a
next
busy
one.
man, as you stated, I'm a senior art director for SOE. So apparently, I got money to make and camos to buy, and
Money to burn.
money to burn. I got money to blow.
As well as on fire.
I have a serious question. Do you get all the camos for free since you're part of making them?
No, we gotta pay for them shits too, man.
Oh, there you go.
You think I'm bullshit? We have to pay for all of our stuff. We don't get nothing for free.
Well, hey.
We got to either go in the game and earn it, or we got to pay for it with our own cash.
All right.
That's how the rich stay rich, man. They don't give away nothing for free. When I give away free SC codes, that's like as close as I get to getting something free. But it's not for me. I'm giving them away to other people. I rarely get free station cash.
I thought you guys got paid in station cash.
What the hell, right?
That would go over well with the rent. Yes, I'm gonna pay my rent in station cash this month. You okay with that? No, really? I gotta move? Oh man.
Is that the real reason you had to move?
That's that you found it out, dude. The dude got tired of taking station cash for my rent.
Clegg's his landlord. He just got a raise.
Oh, dude, it's lame. Totally lame. No, but I mean that's the truth, man. We gotta put in our own money for station cash. Like that's the whole thing. Like in order for me to get a code, I actually have to have one of those station cash cards. We don't just generate codes. It doesn't work that way. Oh. They don't allow us to put in like cheat codes to get station cash because it actually jacks up the money. So we actually have to have our own station cash cards. Scratch off the thing, put in a number, and then we get station cash.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I remember someone saying it had to do with a lot of the accounting and whatnot. I can't remember.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't just have everybody at the company with like limitless amounts of station cash codes. I mean, that ain't gonna work.
If it's a true business model, you're absolutely right. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense.
You got to keep something safe.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next?
Well, they also had the outfit spotlight with Earth Special Forces. Ginyu Force rules.
Ginyu Force rules. You're not familiar with?
Not familiar with those guys.
They're Goku and Goon. People join together to form Earth Special Forces. They love Dragon Ball Z. You guys don't do Dragon Ball Z?
No.
They showed their kind of like a recruitment video, and T-Ray, you'd love this. They had 15 to 20 people up on one hill, all using the lasher at the same time, suppressing a point. It was amazing.
Oh, nice.
It was amazing.
Very nice.
Yeah, these guys are heavy Vanu players, and they're actually they're good guys. They're funny too. They had Maggie in stitches during FNO because they're pretty hilarious guys.
Good. As long as they play Vanu, I'm good to go.
Yes, they do play Vanu.
There it is. Done deal.
Yeah, it was a long FNO, and I know they did some extra stuff at the end with Atreon. If anybody's interested, definitely go out and watch that one, because Atreon has some interesting opinions on ESF changes and stuff like that. So
yeah, I apologize. I had an hour to prepare for the show today total this whole weekend, and I was not able to watch it all. I had to skip a bunch.
Which is a good thing that you've got me to kick around and do all this stuff. So next up,
you got an assistant now, dude. Way to go.
So we wanted to talk.
Stepping up.
We wanted to talk briefly about a Twitter post that Matt Higby made today regarding Hossin and Nexus that will be available at SOE Live. So he announced today that SOE Live attendees will not only be able to see Hossin and the Nexus at SOE Live, but attendees will also be able to play on Hossin.
He said
and Nexus.
What?
He
said that
per
that
his
is
tweet today.
Complete. Where I'm looking this up right now. I cannot believe he actually told people that.
Isn't your office like 2 doors down from his?
No, I actually moved my office.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
So you
I'm on the opposite end of him now.
Oh my goodness!
Let's see what he said. Matt Higby talking
definitely
about
tweeted
prompts.
it today. Here you go.
He said that today.
I'm going to put a link for you in
hold
chat.
up. No, I got it. I got it. There it is.
Looking forward to SOE Live. Going to be first hands-on of Hossin and Nexus for players there.
What? Good See, this is how you get people killed. Writing checks your ass can't cash, man.
Are you trying to say that they're not going to be ready by next Thursday?
I'm saying he can't be telling people it's going to be ready. You got to confer with everybody, let everybody know what's expected. You can't just be
apparently it's happening.
The truth, like, saying like it's done deal, like, it's in the bag. Never know what might happen between now and the end of the week. Something might go wrong, Save that. He could have saved that tweet for Monday next week, just so he was sure, because he didn't ask me first.
Well, so what it really comes down to is that loyal ReachCast listeners just heard ReachCast break news to T-Ray.
Oh, yeah. Well, there it is. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to sandbag it. Like he's wrong. I'm going to sandbag the maps, and then he'll look like a fool.
Oh, no. But I want to play on Hossin and Nexus at SOE Live.
What?
Don't take that away from me. I've been waiting for Hossin forever.
All right, maybe I'll put a rush on it.
I'd also like to play on the Nexus because, as I said, I'm afraid not doing a lot of MLG, I may not see much of the Nexus. So,
well, I just got done making some changes to it today, and I was flying around Hossin today. We need to make some
just rub it in.
Well, we need to make some adjustments to it. And I don't think it's ready for prime time just yet. So I think this week we need to double down on it.
Yeah, you got 9 days.
Yeah. Still time.
Maybe
time.
10 if we can't play it until one day after it starts, right?
Yeah, you're right. They probably won't do anything. Well, I don't know what the full plan is for SOE Live. So
you're telling me he didn't put out like a date and a time and an hour on that tweet?
No.
Like,
because all the PlanetSide 2 players will be waiting in one line, ignoring the rest of SOE Live.
So it could be Sunday.
Like, come on, man. It's like, could he get us in any deeper hole possible?
It's
now
going to be
expecting.
I heard it's going to be Friday night during the pool party.
Probably.
So no one's going to attend the pool party. So you're safe now.
Oh, well, then, I was going to go anyway. Didn't matter how many people showed up, 5 or 1,500. So didn't matter. I mean, we got a ton of people coming this year, man. Way more than we had last year.
PlanetSide 2 or all games?
I was going to say,
PlanetSide 2 and all the rest of the games.
Oh.
We're always
so
curious.
Is Maggie getting the tattoo?
Yeah.
It is literally going to be packed. I don't know. I mean, what's this tattoo thing? I heard she made a bet or some shit.
If more PlanetSide players show up than EQ players, then
she ain't never getting that tattoo.
Someone else is getting the tattoo, and if more EQ players show up, then she's getting a Vanu tattoo.
Nah, she ain't never getting that tattoo, man. You know how powerhouse EQ is, dude.
So she's getting a Vanu tattoo, is what it is. Nice.
She ain't getting no tattoo. Hold up, she getting one regardless?
Yeah.
No. If more EQ players show up than PlanetSide players, she has.
She's definitely getting a tattoo. What did she say? She was gonna get it?
No.
As long as it ain't a tramp stamp.
I was gonna say a big Vanu tramp stamp.
Oh man, come on. That's just not right.
Anyway, maybe it'll be the summer fun
tattoo.
The summer fun decal on her back. The Vanu summer fun decal across her back. What do you think?
Is she gonna get it while she was at SOE Live or later?
Oh, we don't have the details. Maybe we'll have to drag her there.
Well, she needs to start planning because there ain't no way we're gonna get more EQ.
Especially with the next announcement coming.
Exactly, dude. It's like the biggest thing of the century up in here, man. Come on now. She should have never made that bet. I can think she was probably already planning on getting that tattoo.
That's what I said.
To try to make it seem like, I'm being forced to do it.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Yeah, she's definitely getting that because, no way. I love all my PlanetSide players, man, but come on now, let's get real.
I don't know. I heard a lot of 666 are going to show up, so.
Devil Dogs are in full force, man. You better watch out for them fools.
I ordered a shirt. I will be having a Devil Dog shirt there.
They get blasted, too, last year. Oh, man. Them fools showed up. Hold up. They showed up to the Ultimate Empire Showdown, hungover, late, and, barely coherent. That's the reason why the NC just didn't show up because half the motherfuckers was still drunk.
I've heard stories about Evil Pick at SOE Live last year, so.
Well, Delrith is a problem. That's the fool. That
Oh, really?
Well,
Dude,
Delris,
Devious and all them
Yeah.
other fools. And then, 666, them fools they're the mess. Evil Pig's cool though. He always brings gifts. I wonder what he's going to bring me this year. Better be something good.
maybe they'll bring you a gift, Doc, since you play with them so much.
I don't think so.
Would that be the
Hard
ultimate that
him.
you've made it? If
If I get
666
a
brings
gift?
you a gift?
Yeah, it would be actually.
Y'all, I'm sure they're going to be listening to it. Go ahead and bring the dude a gift so he can feel special, please.
Once in his
Because
life.
he ain't going to but complain about it if you don't. That's this whole thing, man. That's what he do.
Demo.
Never hear the end of it if he doesn't get a gift.
uh,
I'm so sad.
it'll be my bad for the rest of the year.
Exactly. I didn't get a gift, and I was really upset.
All right, should we move
Oh,
on to the
man.
community
Yes,
question? So I know there's some good stuff about camos here, and
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm waiting
Question.
for a good reaction to this one.
All right. So So last week we asked, what camos have you brought,
But
and which ones bought? Yeah, sorry. And which ones do you find yourself using, and why? The most common answer was they had bought 3 camos, one for each continent that matches that continent. Kaylee J said, over time I've found that camouflage that helps obscure team identity is more practical. Therefore, the giraffe camouflage is good for confusing the NC, and some of the darker hued NC camouflage patterns help confuse the Vanu. These colors can give you that extra second or two you need in some cases. And then Typhone, or Faun, or what, I don't know how to pronounce that name. He said, I find the price of cosmetics to generally be a massive ripoff.
Rip off. As in, like, not worth it?
exactly.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, well, to each his own. I mean, I'm glad that, some people like it and some people don't. But that's the whole thing. That's part of the, it's like you either have people that are very vocal about certain things, or you have people that's just like kind of whatever, but the thing is, it's great to have both of those people, because now you have two ends of the spectrum and you can find like some happy medium, or possibly not at all. Because in order for you to even, to kind of affect somebody's psyche or the way they think, you have to have something that they appreciate and something that they don't, so it's like, if people really, really like the game and they're complaining really, really loud, you automatically know that they got some passion for it. Like when we get these crazy tweets on Twitter, like, oh, what you did was so dumb. Like, okay, the fact that you felt strong enough to get on Twitter and then, tweet out something, harsh, to me says that the game affects you in a certain way, and for that person to go out of their way to send you a email or tweet to say that the camos are worthless, that means we affected them in some kind of way. And I take both of those either way.
Oh, there you go.
So, but I mean, it's to each his own. Like I said, I rarely buy too many things. I bought a couple camos. I think I maybe have like 5 or 6 different camos, but then you have other people who want to look completely different all the time. So, and they may have something, specific for the biolab, or specific to the tech plant, or specific to Hossin's, all these other, different maps, Esamir, so on and so forth. They might have one or two camos that work with both of those. And then, then they'll have one that's kind of goofy, like the 4th of July one that we did, the Stars
Goofy?
and Stripes.
That's the only one I wear.
The Stars and Stripes. is
Purple
the one
stars
we
and
got.
stripes for life.
There you go, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Some people want to be flamboyant. Some people actually want to blend in. Right now, I'm rocking the giraffe camo. And, I don't see, that's the whole purpose of it, is it's camouflage. And some people say, well, I can't tell what faction he is. I'm like, well, all right. Well, when we originally had more faction color in there, everybody was, oh, what's the purpose of buying camo if I can't see the camo? So then we put more camo, and it's, oh, I can't tell the difference. Like, all right, well, which way you want me to go with it?
You want to?
So there's no real, like, I understand, like, buying a camo means that you want to try to look or blend in a particular way. And if we don't give you that, the ability to blend in, what's the purpose of the camo, right?
So I've got
So
a camo for you. This is a freebie. You guys can take it and run with this one. 50 recruits, you get camo that matches the opposite faction's armor. There you go. It's a freebie for you guys. Run with that. You want to make people mad? Take that one.
You get TK'd all the time.
You can always submit it using Player Studio. Always go.
All right, you heard it here first. That's Deringer's idea.
Go for it, dude. Make your own camo.
You probably stole it from a listener like the last time.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, I was listening to your last episode. Somebody, I forget, maybe it was you or, I don't know. Somebody mentioned having spikes with helmets on it and shit.
Spikes with
You spikes them with heads on it. That was
on the shoulders.
No. On like vehicles.
Yeah, on the vehicles. Yeah, Torkz said that.
Cute.
Did you really? Nice.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna make that next week.
That'll be awesome.
Somebody's gonna make that. Should be pretty cool.
That is pretty good. So they're gonna start looking like Warhammer 40K.
Well, it'll be planet-side.
Planet-side 40K. Sorry.
We'll planet-side it up.
I like it. Vanu and NC helmets on a Prowler's spikes.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So we're going to hit you off guard, I think, a little bit, but
never catch me off guard, homie.
You have a question you would like to ask our listeners for this week's question.
This week's question? For the listeners?
You betcha.
How about this? What would you like to see? Better yet, if you're going to support Player Studio, would you buy something just to support it? Or would you buy it because you really like whatever it is that person made? So instead of, basically what I'm saying is, like, if a dude in the Devil Dogs built some mediocre helmet, would all the Devil Dogs buy the mediocre helmet because one of their own built it? Or would they all buy it because they really thought it was cool?
All right. That's a good question. I like it.
Are you going to do it for support or are you going to do it because you like it?
That is a good question.
Yeah, I think it is. We will have answers next week.
And remember, that's from T-Ray.
There it is.
If you don't answer it, he might come to your house, slap you
I'm
around.
coming to your house, dude, because you don't know where I live now. Can't come to my house no more. I'm not there.
All right.
Some white guy's going to answer the door and be like, what? What's a T-Ray?
Prepare yourselves! This is the ReachCast Community Clash.
This past week on the ReachCast Community Clash, we did a new thing, actually, a trial run of our new format, pitting two outfits against each other while shadowing their tactics via observer cams. There was a little bit of miscommunication regarding rules and bugs, and we will hash that stuff out offline. But I think everyone involved agreed that this was a huge success, and people are already looking forward to round two. Big thank yous have to go out to our Guinea Pig Outfits, No Nonsense Gamers, and Black Arrows. These guys duked it out over 4 rounds across Esamir. NNG claimed an overall win, but the Black Arrows definitely gave them quite a run for their money. I've taken last week's episode, which we did stream live on Twitch during the event, but I carved it down to a YouTube video that just shows the battle of them fighting it out. So we're already looking to start this week with a couple outfits on Waterson doing the exact same thing this Thursday. And you guys can check us out Twitch at 8 CST if you guys want to watch this while it's live. Noxx, did you have anything to add to this? I mean, I think we both agreed that we had a real fun time even just recording this.
Oh my god, it was an absolute blast, which is going to come later on. But backs suffered a little bit more than NNG, I think, with the lack of rules explanation. So we're really hashing that out right now. We're going to have some more solid rules for this week coming up, so there's less confusion, fewer assumptions.
What I've also noticed is that a lot of people are posting on Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that saying they saw a lot of flaws in both these guys' tactics that they're already manipulating and using in their day-to-day play. And one of the ones is something I talked about, saying that people aren't really using proxy mines or bouncing betties. And a lot of people are saying, my God, why not? And somebody else said they really loved the tactic of moving the Sunder, deploying it, undeploying it, moving it to another spot, in rapid succession. That
I don't think anyone did that, but I definitely talked about that possibility.
Black Arrows did it.
Oh, did they do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Black Arrows definitely did it. It was really neat to see them do that as well. So,
you're right. They did do that. I remember now.
Definitely, people are learning stuff from this, and we're hoping to have an encore performance this Thursday with a couple outfits on Waterson.
Did you catch this at all?
Did you catch that?
I didn't catch any of that stuff, dude.
You retweeted it for me, so that's good enough.
I'm listening to y'all nerd out over it, so,
Well, it's our first foray into some type of MLG type combat, and
well, that's good. That's good. You have to wait till like a week and a half before we're gonna bust out the Nexus, and then you'll get a real good look at what small scale PlanetSide 2 is gonna look like.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Are we gonna be able to lock down on that? That'd be awesome.
Can we rent
from what
time
I understand,
on it?
It's not gonna be like some separate map. It's actually gonna be part of the rotation. That's what Matt wanted to do. So it's not separate from the game. It's actually part of the map rotation.
I suggested you guys should just rent time on the map. People paying station cash.
Yeah, right, dude. Pay to win.
No, it's pay to play.
Pay to win that map.
Just like putting a quarter in a slot machine.
Yeah, guys. Maintenance costs.
Prepare yourselves! This is the ReachCast Community Clash.
All right, so my good this week, as we just talked about, was Community Clash. I had an absolute blast doing some really crappy commentary on what was going on, and it was one of my favorite things I've done in this game so far. So that was fantastic. The bad was the technical difficulties I had during Community Clash. It was just an absolute... I had completely unset up my streaming rig for streaming and was trying to set it up an hour before and failed miserably. And then I closed the XSplit early, despite my text to Deringer in the middle of the day at like noon. I'm like, all right, we got to remember not to close XSplit or OBS before the 10-minute delay has gone through. And then what do? Shut it down like a noob.
Way to go.
I know. It was awful.
Typical.
All right, well, my good, unfortunately, is also the Community Clash. Again, hats off to Baxton and NG for a great match. My bad is that I am such a perfectionist. I edited down that Community Clash video, I rendered it, and then must have made changes all day Saturday. I'm talking all day Saturday. And I'm still not 100% satisfied with how it came out.
The dedication, my goodness.
I re-rendered that thing at least 8 or 9 times after I made changes, and it took an hour to render each time.
Oh my gosh. At least you got to go do some other things while that was happening.
Yeah.
Like clean.
No.
Take care of the cats.
No, I watch TV. All right, T-Ray, what about you? Good and bad for the week?
My good for this week, I actually got to meet up with one of the couple players this week who came out for Comic-Con, and they stopped by the office, and we just gave them a little tour and showed them around. They had they're going to be at SOE Live. Hopefully, they're going to crash at one of their friends' house and come on down. And also met with another guy who's working on something special for me and the fans out there who want to get a little piece of PlanetSide. So we'll reveal that as things start to move along. But I'm just keep that under my hat. So stay tuned to Twitter when that thing comes to fruition. I'll let everybody know.
Bronze cast T-Ray busts.
Some just, might be just as hot as that, it's really nice stuff. So he's working on that. It's going to be pretty cool. Stay tuned. My bad, I guess, the fact that, we got such harsh backlash on these implants.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people didn't particularly like them.
Oh man, see, you missed the episode. I would have complained about that.
Well, you complain about everything. That ain't nothing new. What's new about that? The thing that I didn't get really is because I'm looking at the different types of implants that were available, and everybody's all, it's pay to win, blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, not really. If I can jump from a higher distance, that doesn't make me kill you faster. You know, and if I have like I think the only one that really could be game affecting is the regen, but that's only if you're not getting shot though.
Flash and concussion.
Well, the concussion doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really do it. They do anything. It's like it's mitigation. It's not like that flash and concussion.
Doesn't remove it.
Yeah, it doesn't friggin'. It was make you still
sound like it removed it.
Yeah, it doesn't make you more effective at killing the dude that threw the grenade. But then, like, another one was what? What was?
Yeah, but it doesn't make you less. It doesn't make you less effective.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like all the things that they're saying that it's pay to win. Like, okay, my definition of pay to win is I pay for something that is inherently way better than whatever you could possibly earn. Period. Now, if I say I'm going to buy an implant that lets me fall from 10 feet higher than you, that does not make me inherently better than you. Like, I can't, like, it's not, you know, it's not really the same. Like, when people, they're screaming, oh, it's pay to win, it's pay to win. Me falling from a greater distance implant in the open fields of northern Indar, what is that going to do for me? What is that going to do for me?
I have a serious question for you, though, because I thought, for the most part, they were very good. But my big concern was that flash and concussion grenade one. So would MLG players be able to use them in an MLG event?
Don't know. Not yet.
If yes, then I say you're going to see every single player using that.
Agreed.
If no, I have no problems with any of
it. I would use that one over the regen, because you only get one.
Have you ever played Counter-Strike? Like competitive Counter-Strike? The flashes, coordinated flashes, is victory. And if you like minimize or negate that, it takes a huge aspect of team play out, if you ask me.
Well, like I said, we watched Bax and NNG fight it out, and it was just them throwing concussion and flash grenades into the point to disorient the enemy team. It's a tactic.
Why not throw real grenades and kill the other team? instead of blinding them, why don't you go kill somebody?
Move out of the way from them.
You're like, come on.
Move out of the way from a concussion. I really think that it does take away a lot of the team tactics that can happen in MLG. But a reason it doesn't bother me in real world if MLG players can't use that is because out just normal public play, like how often do you encounter a flash grenade?
Well, I mean, that's the thing that I had a problem with, is that when you look at the ones that were offered, the implants that were offered, they're like so situational that you'd have to be in the right situation 90% of the time for it to be useful. So you're making these trade-offs when you're saying, all right, well, I want to have this implant over the other. But then, like, you know, that fight moves on past that situation, and now your implant is worthless. You know, so I think people looked at it in a way that was just like, oh, if I buy this thing, and all of a sudden it's a buff. Like, it's not really a buff. I look at it as, you know, I see buffs as things that's going to make me a better killing machine. Or like if I got a grenade that'll take out, you know, it's got a blast radius 10 times bigger, or, you know, like gold ammo, like in Watt, where it does like +2 damage or +1, you know, 5 damage or whatever the thing is. It does extra things on top of other things. Like all the stuff in the implant list was more about like, okay, I can see mines through the walls. Like, oh, okay. Like, so what? Okay, now you can see mine. Now what? Like, okay, mine's over there. Like, you avoid that, but you still got to shoot a dude in the face if you want to win. Like, you know, it's not really, I don't know. I didn't really get all the backlash. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's going to ruin the game. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion, man. Don't look at it as me talking for the company, but that's just my opinion on.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, I hear you, and I feel that's very true for anything outside of MLG. MLG is my only concern with all that.
Well, I see people getting up in arms about things that really don't need to be that serious. In my opinion, I think people get kind of bent out of shape. Like anytime I bring up BFRs.
Derringer's gonna get bent out of shape if you do that.
Okay, like seriously, like somebody brought up BFRs. I brought up when I saw Pacific Rim, and I said something about Jaegers in the game, right, on Twitter, and then somebody, oh, you're gonna ruin the game. I'm like, all right, well, let's talk to GM about making electric cars because they f***ed it up the first time, so they should be making them again. They should never make another electric car again because they can't possibly do it right now. They couldn't possibly do it right now. Even though 10 years has passed, you can just never be better than you were 10 years ago. Like, come on, man. Like, why would you ever think that we would rehash the same design and then put it in as is and expect it to be okay? We've already admitted that it was a poor design the first time around. Like, why is it that you think that it's going to be a bad design the second time around? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think people overreact to just these keywords, and then they automatically associate what they think that thing is without actually knowing the full story of whatever, how it all, works within the game. But
I think it's a good point.
People just need to calm down, dude. It ain't that serious.
Do you like Pacific Rim?
100.
Pacific, loved it.
100 recruits, you get a BFR in game.
No, that's 1,000, dude.
No.
1,000 recruits. Now, see, this I've said it probably a couple times. If we do like giant robots again, I would much rather be, relegated to certain maps, multi-crew, so that you have to have at least 4 or 5 people working it, and it should be really hard to take down and really hard to get. And you wouldn't be able to do it by yourself.
It's going to be like Voltron.
Yeah, it should be a team. It should be a team.
We need the team resources that we've heard about, the 13-year plan or whatever that was.
I think if we do it again, it should be a team effort, and it should be something that you don't, it should be a rarity, something that you don't want to lose. So people aren't going to be like running out there willy-nilly trying to get the thing shot up. And you want to actually protect it. So it's like, it should be like 1 or 2 on the map if you're going to do it. It should be 1 or 2 on the map, and then it should be a crew of people whose sole, thing in life is to make sure that thing does not die. That's the way I would implement it.
1 person per appendage.
Yeah,
like I said, Voltron, and I'll form the head.
Yeah, exactly. It should be like that. It should be this huge thing that, when people get it, they're like, oh, holy shit, I got this thing. And, when it gets on the battlefield, you should have some serious tactics to try to take this thing down or move the out the way. You know what I'm saying? It should be like this, this massive thing that comes in and takes some serious damage. But then when it's time for it to be almost dead, people would tend to just say, and I'm going back to the warp gate because I don't want to lose it because, it might be next month until the next time I see this thing, or 2 months from now.
Oh, all right. I like that. If it's a month, that sounds good to me.
That's what I'm saying. It should be really, really hard to get, really, really hard to take down. So it's like, for the people who get it, it's an achievement. And then the people who take it down, it's an achievement. You can say,
30,
I took out
30,000 XP.
It took us 2 hours to take this thing down. We was fighting this thing, blah, blah, blah. And it was just this epic event as opposed to the way it was the first time. It was like everybody can pull them. Everybody can take them down. No big deal. They're all over the place. Like, my mama could go get one. Like, it just turns into this, this thing that nobody really cares about. It just ruins the game. So there you go. That's my bad.
We went from implants to BFRs all in one bad.
Yeah, and I get excited. Is it time to read names off yet?
Just about.
Next up is the mailbag.
Mailbag's coming right up.
Oh, it's a perfect morning. Great timing, the mailman's just coming.
Morning. Here's the mail. Big bag. See you later.
Must be in a hurry to get away. Very strange. What's the sticking sound? Going to take a look here in this bag of mail. Oh no!
Now you just open the ReachCast mailbag.
All right, guys, we have no calls because Torkz is gone. He does all the call stuff. We will be playing.
Plus, I didn't call in this week.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There were a few calls, so.
Yeah, I don't get no calls other than you. Don't front like y'all got a fan base.
Jeez.
Man, playing it harsh. He's on here for the 0 fans we have.
Yeah.
Trying to help you out. As soon as you put my name on the title, people will tune in. I'm bringing the shine to you.
Show title T-Tron.
There you go.
I like it.
I'm going to Photoshop your head onto Voltron. That's our cover image. Get ready.
Over to you guys. Don't f it up.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Stamp
So, yeah, no calls this week. Next we will play in the ones you guys called in, but still call us more again. All right, emails though. We have Lamaya who says hi to us. They confess they don't listen all that often, and they heard their name called and wondered why their name was called. Well, that's our thank yous. We like to thank anyone who comments on Reddit, comment on our posts on our website, comment on the forum posts we make for community questions in the various PSU, PlanetSide 2 forums, etc., etc. So that's you probably responded to a Reddit post and didn't even know it was ReachCast related.
There you go. ReachCast.
So they also were asking about the camos, and they say they have the Loyal Soldier, the NVIDIA camo, which I'm a little jealous about, and Esmir Snow because it's pure white. Desert Scrub because it looks kind of like black white chocolate. Palm because it was on sale. Which is probably, I have a lot of camos, which is because it was on sale. So,
well, that's why we was talking about that earlier. The NVIDIA camo.
Oh,
not too many people got it, and you want it, don't you?
So bad.
You want it.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
There's value in that, and we're gonna be having we're gonna have some separate camos just for SOE Live for people who attended as well. So only people who show up at SOE Live are gonna get those. So I mean, people are gonna want those too. You're like, hey, where'd you get that? Can I buy it? And it's like, nope. You got to be somewhere to get that.
I'm gonna sell mine on eBay, $1,000.
You never know, man. That's what I'm saying. We gotta, you create this underground economy for people who, want to sell and trade whatever they bought in the game. I don't know if we're ever gonna do that, but it'd be cool if we did, though.
All right. Our next email is from Glock Elf. And Glock Elf is a serial emailer, so he says, what do you think of an alert that allows prisoners to be taken? It would go something like this. During the alert, all infiltrators are automatically given a sidearm that can capture one enemy at a time. The prisoner is surrounded in some sort of light that indicates they're captured. They're immobilized, but still have audio and are tethered to the infiltrator. Special alert jail cell areas are designated. And if the infiltrator gets the individual to the prison, they get experience based on the prisoner's current character level. If the prisoner gets rescued, the rescuer gets the experience.
How you rescue?
Kill the infiltrator, I guess.
Maybe you just touch him. It's like freeze tag.
Oh, really?
It's going to be nothing but infiltrators during that.
That sounds,
alert.
I don't know how fun that sounds. Like, I wouldn't want to be new to the game and then be like caught in the middle of a freeze tag game. And then I come in and try to, shoot people in the face, and now I'm frozen.
Well, he does say, I was thinking that it should be based on character level, so you don't get people like Johnny Level 1 Sniper stuck in something like this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then how do you know who's on the battlefield that's capable of playing the game?
Right.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a cool mechanic, but it's just so many what ifs, so many.
All that person has to do is disconnect, and you don't get your points.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have to put in something for that. If you try to disconnect and while you're captured, then the person gets the point or something like that. I mean, the same stuff we put in for bailing out and like that. So, it'd be, I don't know, it could be doable, but it just seems like it's so many exceptions. You have to be a certain rank. You have to be, online for a certain amount of time. You got to be in a certain area. You got to be on a certain team. All this other stuff.
We'll give him credit for thinking outside the box, but that's about it.
Definitely.
All right. Next up,
I can't discount it because I ain't coding it. So.
All right. So next up, we got KingBoo97. He says, "Hey guys, just thought I would write in with regards to taunts over chat, not the voice macros, but people actually talking to victims." And he plays on Briggs, Watterson, and Connery, each with 2 different characters and having 2 for each faction in total. Every squad has joined, he says, every squad I've joined has, when killed somebody or farmed, told their teammates some not really nice things. Now, I know I'm not also guilty of this in some areas of life, but I feel it brings the mood of the squad down. I know some people are actually just retarded, but one instance of this was when I was rolling in a squad on Briggs. We killed someone over and over while capping this base, and then my teammates just tell us what a loser he is. He can't even kill a single one of us. Now I happen to know the guy, and he had a bad frame rate and isn't really good at shooters, but enjoys trying to snipe people lone wolf. Now, before you go off, that PlanetSide 2 is a squad platoon-based game. It's not his piece of cake. So he usually lone wolves. Anyway, I don't understand why people do it. Even to teammates, people do it. Oh goodness, I'm having a terrible time reading. Even to teammates, people do it. If someone steps in, I know, right, in front of someone with a lasher accidentally, the HA wasn't firing then. As soon as his shot was blocked, he started firing. The HA goes all rage, and then the other guy goes all rage at the other guy. All right, so an HA.
You get the point, dude. You're killing me. This reading, dude. Reading is friggin' killing me. So I get the point. We get the guys saying that people are D-bags sometimes, and that's just what's life, man. That's life. And there's no real way for us to stop people from being D-bags.
It's the internet.
It is the internet.
I don't see the question, but yeah.
It's just something maybe to talk about.
Yeah. This is what I tell people on Facebook when they cry about people being mean to each other. I say, "Welcome to the internet."
It's pretty much the way the internet works, man. People are real brave when they can just type some shit out or say something over a microphone. They ain't got to say that. They would never say that shit in your face.
So I've had no complaints tonight.
So yeah, exactly. Every other episode,
this week I'll be laying it on.
I have no idea why Tramell would do something like that. That's just plain old silly. I didn't like it. I don't know. I can't even, it's not like I can call up Tramell at any point in time and ask him why. I'm just going to complain about it on this show. He would never do anything like that.
You're just asking for us to call you now. I mean,
he's got my number. He's sending me texts every 5 minutes.
See, I have your number too, and I was afraid to text you because I don't want to be a douche.
Why are you afraid to text? I don't care. As long as you don't be like this, some fool. Like right after the show, somebody calls me. He's all like, you ordered a pizza. I'm like, dude, just stop. I didn't order no fucking pizza, dude. Just if you want to talk to me, talk to me. Don't be a complete ass about it. Like I gave my number out. If people want to talk to me, they can talk to me. Let's go. Let's actually have a conversation. You are wasting your opportunity to ask a valid question.
Have you had real conversations yet?
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe a handful of people called me, and then a couple of people called and was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And that was pretty much the end of the conversation. And then some fool decided he wanted to try to go, pizza, it's Domino's. You ordered a pizza, blah blah. I'm like, really, dude? This is what you spend your time doing? Trying to prank call me? I'm like, dude, how old are you? 12? Like, come on, dude. You're not even phasing me. Like, come on, call with something like, hey, your son's in the hospital. Like, get a real, prank going. Don't just call me with some bull jive. I don't know I didn't call for a pizza. What am I supposed to say? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about that pizza I just ordered. Call me with a real prank, dude. Don't bullshit, with some garbage that can easily be disproven. I ordered. Oh yeah, your Benz is on his way. You just ordered it. I know I didn't just order Benz. Sorry. Like, all right, man, come on now. But it was a handful of people that called, and then I forget, somebody called and hung up. Like, come on, man, what, am I really that scary? You can't even utter my name, say, hey, Tramell. Like, you really got to hang up in my face because you got no balls to say, hey, how's it going? Thanks for giving me your number. I really like what you do, or I hate what you do, and this is why. You suck. Let's talk about it. Come on, man. Just, I gave out the number for a reason. Use it and actually have a conversation with me. I'm not like going to be, yelling at you on, don't call my number. Like, why would I even give it out if I'm going to be a dick like that? So you actually use the number to sit up here and text me stuff instead of calling me.
Yeah,
Let me see what text. Let me read some of these texts.
Yeah.
Noxx here. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You see the Sack and Crack special? Check for Twitter. Deringer linked it. Let me talk to Torkz about this. We was talking about getting on the show.
Yep.
Yeah, see, so there was really a conversation.
Yeah.
He just had to break the ice first, because Noxx was kind of scared of him.
Yeah. He's over here crying about his diet. Oh, my diet. I need food, blah,
Hey,
blah,
it's
blah.
working. I'm below 200 pounds for the first time in 10 years.
Below 200 pounds. What are you trying to get?
Like 190.
Yeah, you'll be there in no time.
Oh, yeah.
Stay off bread, dude. That's bread and sugar, dude.
Oh, I love sugar and bread.
Sugar and bread.
So you guys going to hit the gym every day at SOE Live?
I'm probably not. I'm gymmed out. Yesterday, dude.
There's a gym in the hotel.
It probably is.
There is. I already looked. I already scoped it out. I'll be there every morning.
Oh, so I moved this weekend, lifting boxes and shit. And then yesterday, because I hadn't worked out since Friday, I was like, all right, because I'm a little bit closer to the gym now. I said, all right, I'm going to run to the gym and then run back. So I ran to the gym. I ran to the gym, which was about probably 2.5 miles, ran there, worked out, was going to run back. Legs decided not to. And then, so I walked home. Late last night, I'm like, that was a bad idea. Like, everything south of my neck is just like, you stupid fool. Like, you shouldn't have did. So now I'm paying the price for that. I'm feeling better. But last night, I couldn't even get up to go take a piss. I was so much pain. So much pain.
Well, I got you beat. Last week, I ran 2 miles to GameStop to buy a Steam card and then ran 2 miles home with it. That's dedication.
How's that getting beat? That is not getting
because my legs didn't crap out on me.
Well, I see you with your little number 44 on your picture on Skype, but obviously you're a runner.
Just recently, though. I only started that a year ago.
Oh, yeah, dude. I don't run at all. I jump rope. I'll jump rope.
See,
like
this is why you'll never catch me.
But, yeah, I definitely, that running thing just killed me. I was like, oh, my God. Luckily, my knees didn't hurt, so I'm good to go. But yeah, tomorrow I'll probably go back to the gym and hit it all over again. But yeah, dude, that bread and sugar, dude, get rid of it. It'll drop to 190 in no time.
All right, no bread.
All right, speaking of no bread, let's move on because we are now ready to do our thank yous at the end of the show. And I know you've graciously agreed to fire through these names.
Sweet. Thank yous for this week. Evil Lesh and Bucket Nate, Buddha 1231, Red Squizzer. These names are a mess. B Postal, Casca, Matt J. That's all jacked up. I know that's probably wrong. Kaylee J, Shogun, Typhoon, Boil Down, Haterade, Lamanya, Glock Elf, King Boo 97, and Fugly Fokker. And then, of course, Deringer. Oh, that's not.
Yeah, you can skip that.
I'm just reading the list.
Hey, he did Torxify one. We got a good substitute here.
And Torxify 2.
Yeah,
that's true.
Casca Matage.
And thanks to Torkz. And then Aaron Lucked, who's stopping by this week, the office, and a couple other guys. Thanks.
Sweet.
I appreciate it. And that's it, dude. It's past my bedtime, dude. I gotta go home and make my dinners and lunch for tomorrow.
Yeah, so do the
Alrighty.
contact info real quick, Noxx, and then let's get out of here.
Contact info is reachcastshow.com. Email is reachcastshow@gmail.com. Call us 415-787-3224. That's 415-78-REACH. Twitch is twitch.tv/ReachCast. Our Steam group, just search the community for ReachCast. YouTube, ReachCast Media. And our show Twitter is ReachCast Show. I am at Noxia, Noxxia.
I am at the Deringer, TheDeringer.
And I am at PS_TRAY. And you can follow us on YouTube, of course. YouTube channel, PlanetSide 2. Subscribe to that, please. Also, check us out on twitch.tv/PlanetSide 2. Every second Thursday of the month. For Command Center with me and Matt Higby. And if you're going SOE Live, I'll see you there, which is August 1st through the 4th. And I think that's about it. Oh, yeah, we'll be at Gamescom, me and Matt. And I think that's it. We might, I don't know who else is going. Me and Matt for sure, though.
Does anybody else matter?
Jeremy.
I mean,
yeah, everybody else matters. Everybody matters, dude. But it's going to be pretty cool. I think we're going to have another get-together like we did last year. Hope to see a lot of PlanetSide 2 fans out there this year. It was a great time. We had a great time. Say what up to Basti. See you out there. Try not to get me killed again. Basti saved my life, dude. It's a story. I can't tell it, but Basti really saved my life. He's a wild boy. So Basti runs that town, man, for real.
Oh,
so
man.
we'll see those guys out there. And then I think that's pretty much it. And stay tuned to see some Hossin and some Battle Island stuff at SOE Live.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, so this week we do give our thank yous, but we have a special thank you for Tramell. Thank you, Tramell, for coming on for us.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
we appreciate it.
You guys are the backbone. One of the backbones. You like the vertebrae?
Rib
One of the
37 or
vertebrae.
something.
What's the L6 to what? Name a vertebrae. That's one of you guys. I don't know what the numbers on
It's
the
better than
vertebrae.
being the coccyx.
Well, yeah, the coccyx is good though. You hold the whole. That's the base of it. That's the whole base.
It's the ass bone.
Yeah, what would you be if you didn't have one?
I wouldn't be
Bent
an
over
ass
in your seat. Would just be jamming up in your intestines and shit. You gotta protect it. Protect you from ass kicking.
Well, after having that discussion, we also want to give thank yous out to ReachCast crew Steve, Cliff, John, Jenny Boo, and Hammer. Thank you guys, and that is all for the show.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. This will be my last ReachCast show.
Let's hear you drop the mic on the way out.
Yeah, just throw this against the wall. Bam, done. See you, suckers.
That's right, Sergeant. You made the call.
All right, soldiers. You've done a great job here today. Let's get our stuff and get the hell out of here.
Come in, Sergeant.
We hope to see you again on the next mission.
You're listening to the ReachCast Show, your weekly stop for the latest and greatest in the PlanetSide 2 universe and its community.
Welcome, everyone. It is July 22nd, and you are listening to episode 43 of the ReachCast Show, a proud member of the Araxis Global Network and the Podcast Network. That's podcast with a K. My name is Mark, a.k.a. Deringer, and with me tonight is Tom, a.k.a. Noxx.
Yo, what's up?
Unfortunately, Torkz could not be with us tonight, but we've actually replaced him with a special guest. Special guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, it's T-Ray.
Yes.
Does that not sound like myself?
No, I think it sounded fine.
It's me. It's Tramell Isaac, Senior Art Director of Planet Side 2. How's it going, everybody?
Oh, I think we're good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just working, standing in, heard somebody wasn't going to be here, bailed on your show. So I figured I'd step in and fill his shoes and then some, of course.
Oh.
Nice. Well, tonight we are brought to you by Speedos and the Sack and Crack Special, and we're also brought to you by great listeners like you via the Support the Show tab on ReachCastShow.com. This week we played with NNG, we played with Bax, and Noxx, did you play with anybody else this week? You played with Devil Dogs this week?
Dogs. Oh, yeah.
I didn't play with anybody else because I was too busy dealing with the community clash. T-Ray, did you play with anybody this week?
No, I actually didn't. Well, I think, I picked up a couple of people, some randoms, played with some randoms this week.
But no specific outfits.
Yeah, I put in a couple hours. This week's been kind of crazy. I've been moving this weekend, so, I was preparing for the move.
Oh, man.
Moved to a new location. People kept, not visiting, showing up at odd hours of the night unannounced, so I had to move.
Well, that's
demanding Vanu skins or something.
Dude, I don't know, dude. These people nutty.
Well, that's what happens when you give your phone
I'm in a
number.
new secret location that I cannot reveal, and now I have peace at home.
It's the new Fortress of Solitude.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
Well, what do we have in store for this week's show? We have some Game Update 13 news, some info on SOE's Recruit-a-Friend program, and much, much more. So without further ado, let's pop into the patch notes.
I'm going to get these mosquitoes in the air and rain down some hellfires on those fools. Oh no! What the fuck? I should have listened to the ReachCast patch notes.
Take it away, Noxx.
All right, guys, we just have a small little patch this week, 7.17 client update, which was a small update to fix crash-related problems to related to pain fields, jump pads, graph lifts. So, yeah, that's good to go.
Attention, soldiers! Get your bus in here for this week's community briefing.
All right, guys, I'm going to do the community briefing because that patch was so short, too. We're going to start with the Game Update 13 Creative Director's Letter. This is a little forum post from Higby talking about what's going to be in GU13, so we're pretty pumped about it. And he talks about Esamir Lattice and the facility refresh, platoon voice channel management, and platoon leader waypoints per squad. We have respawn changes, including squad spawn points, and additional options and chat. The chat spawn window is going to be in the chat window will be in the respawn, which I know I was excited about when that was announced. We also have some ESF updates, the default and rotary gun tuning, and the additional XP kills for suicides and bailers.
That's
Jenny's happiness.
The Jenny Boo XP bonus, as it's called.
Yeah. And there are 4 new weapons, including the SMG and faction-specific pistols. There is an ammo belt, advanced shield capacitor tuning, and a Vanu weapon audio update. So that's expected to go live on Wednesday, the 24th. So, T-Ray, anything else? Did we miss anything there, or do you have anything to add?
No, dude, I think you got it. I'm just waiting for you to complain about everything like you always do.
Oh,
I really didn't like such and such, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I just didn't like it.
So what, any info on the SMG and faction pistols you can give to us that weren't already discussed? I mean, which SMG is it, by the way?
It's a Nanite Systems SMG, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You're asking us.
That's the same one that I did the concept for. So that finally came to fruition.
So that really it wasn't that long to get that one out, because I think you guys were just talking about that one starting 2 months ago?
Yeah, I think it might have been like three or four Command Center episodes ago that we started talking about it. Well, somebody asked for it in chat on Command Center, and Matt was like, "Hey, we should do it." I was like, "All right."
So when we heard about it, it was already pretty well in process then.
Have you used it yet?
No, I haven't.
You haven't used it?
It's on the test server, I assume?
It's on the test server.
Yeah, it's on the test server.
Yeah, I was downloading my test server client today, actually.
I saw a couple of videos on people using it. People seem to like it, so you got to get your hands on it.
Well, I'm sure I'll find something to complain about.
Yeah, you'll find something wrong with it, for sure. Wouldn't be you if you didn't find something wrong with it.
Specifically with the art, too.
I know. Yeah. Anytime, dude. Anytime.
Well, I know your art.
Got to throw that in there. That's your thing. I don't like it.
I know you're more about art than audio, but since you're Vanu as well, why was the audio update done in the Vanu?
I think just to give it a little bit more punch, instead of just being straight up pew pew.
Well, that's what I expect.
Give it a little kick. I mean, we're always trying to make make slight adjustments, making things a little bit more exciting, so things don't get too stale. And there's always a good chance that we could be changing something that doesn't really affect gameplay so much, but gives the player a little bit more excitement when you kill somebody.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll have to. That's also live on the test server right now as well, correct?
Yeah, I believe
the audio.
So.
Okay.
I actually tested them out. They sound pretty good, man. New guns sound pretty cool. They sound a little close. Like you have to really listen to the sound. At first couple shots, they sound kind of conventional. Mm-hmm. But then as you continue to fire, you can hear like some of the flange and some of the changes in the sound itself. So
I heard that if you are firing the lasher and you hold down the trigger after the fifth shot, it starts doing Disco Inferno.
You heard incorrectly.
Oh. Well, that's too bad. I was really looking forward to that.
Dude, that lasher is the shit. I love it. I love the lasher.
I love the lasher too. If I could play the entire game just using the lasher, I would. But unfortunately, it doesn't fit every situation.
No, it's definitely not good for up close.
Yeah. It's not good for real long range either, since it kind of sways all over the place, those disco balls.
It's an excellent support gun, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Well, when we get to...
Great for suppression.
When we get to FNO...
Coming down narrow passageways and shit.
We'll talk about it a little more when we get to FNO. But moving on, let's talk about the new SOE Recruit Rewards that were rolled out this week. So last week, actually. Last Thursday, you guys announced your new recruitment